Sorry, may I make a comment on the budget?
Go ahead.
I just wanted to clarify on the parks that
If the board approves this, that we're giving them an additional 3 months to get it recorded.
They want to bring up, just come up front and give us your name and address, please.
so this is just an extension on this one, or are we, okay. So the current timeline is 6 months, but we're just wanting to extend it 3 months to allow for this certain situation. We're not moving it to 9 months moving forward, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
And you have spoken to him, right, about that he needs to get this done in the 3 months?
I believe Ms. Dolberry has.
Actually,
thank you.
Mr. Grant has.
Oh, Ms. Reynolds.
Okay.
And just to clarify, he was under the impression, when I talked to him yesterday, that when you approved the abandonment of the right-of-way, that he didn't have to do anything else. So I've talked to Mr. Higgins, I've also talked to COP Engineering. Dustin said he pretty much dropped the ball. He forgot about our 6-month time limit because most of the time when they submit the plat for the subdivision, they'll submit the abandonment at that time. So they're not, but they are supposed to be working on it, and hopefully it'll be at the next, Dustin, I talked to Dustin at COP Engineering, Dustin Hall. He said he,
Our meeting, not the June.
Right. This is 90 days, correct?
Correct.
and I think that's the same thing on the next.
I don't know what's going on with sound, but
And then you do the roll call, please. So the city,
Quality of service being equal, then the bid would go to,
same as it always was. We just took it and just said, we're going to put this, and you're going to better read it in the municipal code
Okay.
instead of being separate.
anyone else? Okay, we've had a public reading. Do I have a motion to approve?
Make a motion to approve.
Have a second?
I can say it.
And then you do the roll call, please.
Vice Mayor Penny,
yes.
Commissioner Bean,
Yes.
Commissioner Everett,
Yes.
Mayor Coleman.
Yes. Approval to send TDOT request for concurrence to reject bids and rebid Thrasher Pike and Montlake Road signalization project.
In the last meeting, we deferred action on this. Since then, I have received confirmation from our consultant to
Any other questions?
the bid, and so we only had 2 bidders, and one of the bidders did not, actually the low bidder didn't get an addendum form, and so we have to do, or we won't be able to move forward. So we either bidder or we rebid it, and hopefully we won't incur that $50,000 cost.
Do I have a motion to approve?
Go ahead. You have another question? Go ahead.
Do you have another question?
Well, the question is so opening up the bid allows the overbidder to know the bids,
It's public.
public
Yeah,
knowledge?
Yeah, it's public knowledge.
Okay,
Yeah. Everything we do.
all right, that's it.
Do I have a motion to approve?
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same. Approve purchase of HVAC units for concession stand at Boys Field.
We got 3 quotes, and Oasis Heating and Air was basically the cheapest, so you've got to add that, if you got the Oasis, the 6,500, which is a replacement on the boys' fields, the old concession stand that's been out for a couple of years. And then the $3,400 is for a mini split for the new concession stand that we're building, the bathrooms there at the boys' fields. So their bid was what, $10,000 roughly. I can't add that.
The
up.
total was $10,100.
Yep, 10,100. And we got, quotes from Goins Heat and Air is $12,450, and then Bill Owens sent a whole bunch of stuff, but one of them is 4 or 5 options, but you gotta add the 95, 9107 and 10,674.60 together. So it's almost $20,000 for the 2 units. So Oasis has done work for us before. They put in a couple of units, so I'd recommend them.
And they're local also.
They are.
motion to approve Oasis bid.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same. All right, thank you. Citizen participation. If anyone wants to come up, have anything to say, give us your name and address.
Hello, Lisa Flores, 112 Pine Street. Someone watching at home said that it was not, the live stream wasn't working, and I think you guys have noticed also that the mics are buzzing. And then also just some feedback. Even though we have mics and volume-wise we can hear you, there's still a lot of mumbling, and it's actually hard to understand what you're saying, even though we can hear that you're talking. That aside, I have some questions about the rezoning that was just approved for Shear Street. I did my best to get here on time, and I know it's already second hearing of plates and your votes, and some people's project, good. Oh,
Mulling this decision a lot, and I've reached out to the commission again, we knew that people, but
to the and it sure seems like,
Number, this is the United,
and it sure seems like
number, this is the United States of right, not to do.
shouldn't rely
That was very,
a read or more,
Miss
a read or more,
Miss
This is love.
a whole lot.
I think that's what I, that's what I,
Don't, it's minute page, try to get real the budget. And if the residents' budget spent, this is what they did, right, which is how their mom, right, which is how their mom.
thank you,
Hang on, yeah.
well, I know registered, but I'm just talking about other,
thank you.
Hang on, yeah.
well, I know registered, but I'm just talking about other factors too. You can't vote, factors too, you can't vote.
all this, before they do that, things aren't going their way in the, all this, before they do that, things aren't going their way in Scramble Alley, funded over the last 5 years, and in that amount of time is quite have a, over the last 5 years, and in that amount of time is quite have a high tax rate, lots of high tax rate, lots of things going on in our parks that we've been able to do,
Anyone else have anything else?
things going on in our parks that we've been able to do.
Anyone else have anything else? An address, please.
Brad,
An address, please.
Bradson's lately in. Thank you.
Or just a wiffle ball.
An art contest, exactly the deadline, and, that's all our,
And we will be bringing in this year for the first time from 10, as all, we're bringing in this year for the first time from 10, as all,
Yeah,
as all,
yeah,
well,
it's released.
Get it.
Yeah,
well,
it's released.
get it to do that.
It's released.
Get it to do that. Our Parks and Rec has been working to do that. Our Parks and Rec has been working on that, so our Parks and Rec has been working on that, so
With you being a resident of that area, I know one, with you being a resident of that area, I know one of the questions you're asking is how the road is into that area. I know one of the questions you're asking is how the road be safe. So the question you're asking is how the road be safe. So.
How close down the intersection?
Safe, so.
How close down the intersection? Only been heard one time. How close down the intersection? Only been heard one time.
There'll be camping up at the state.
Only been heard one time.
There'll be camping up at the state. Thank you,
probably
sir.
on the web.
There'll be camping up at the state. Thank you,
Probably
sir.
on the web.
City Hall, if anybody asks you. Thank you,
Probably
sir.
on the web.
City Hall, if anybody asks you, you come down to City first. City Hall, if anybody asks you, you come down to City first. So, but it'll be, you come down to City first. So, but it'll be,
so there's not too many people packed in that park.
so, but it'll be,
So there's not too many people packed in that park. There is a third, there's not too many people packed in that park. There is a third, can't monitor it, it's too open. Park, there is a third, can't monitor it, it's too open. With the park, we have, can't monitor it, it's too open. With the park, we have a gate, goes wrong, they are responsible. Gate goes wrong, they are responsible. So that's Wisconsiners, and porta potties and some overtime that we'll definitely incur because we'll have to monitor that park for at least 72 hours.
anyone else?
And you did run into an issue today where somebody was trying to get like multiple places and you.
Yeah,
turned
they
that
wanted to
down.
reserve several spaces and we're keeping it to each person has to register for their own space, so they're accountable for their own space. Instead of someone coming and saying, I want 10 spaces, instead of someone coming and saying, I want 10 spaces, and kind of keeping some other people out, so trying to make it fair.
City manager, report?
I don't have one.
Okay, report from board members.
I think they've heard me enough. Oh, and I do apologize for the crackling. We'll get that fixed.
Hi, Eddie Bell, 1020 Trojan Run Drive, Sauk Daisy, of course. So, Scramble Alley demolition. Honestly, I didn't even know about this park until today. I moved here 8 years ago, but by the time I moved here, my kids already were grown and, out of the house and all that. But I don't know if you are familiar with the pumpkin patch on Signal Mountain. That's basically, it looks just like this, you are. So you know that is as old as it comes to, and it's still there.
Well, Walden, it's in Walden, it's behind Walden Town Hall, and they organized a committee and spent a bunch of money to
Right.
rehabilitate it.
Yes. Red Bank also has one in a smaller version, but also it's there. But anyways, it sounds like it's already it's a good done deal. So simple question to you is, are we gonna have a formal voice to request? Because a lot of people were saying today on the Facebook that they want a water park, some other people want, different things, and of course there are the ones that always say something funny and not even serious. But are we gonna get to vote?
That'll take place in a public workshop. You'll be able to, they'll be set up, this whole room will have easels and things set up, and you can voice your opinion or put a sticky note on something. Or
How are you gonna advertise that workshop?
the best we can, Facebook and our website. We could put it on our sign. That's about, I think we'll reach the most people that way.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll announce it here in the meetings as well. Like I said, I don't have access to my calendar right now. I could tell you the actual dates, but I do know it's around July 25th and maybe like August 5th, but don't quote me on those exact dates, but right around that time,
Are you gonna have,
in addition to the workshop.
it's like $500,000?
It's not just, the materials won't be that much, but it'll be a lot of
So
labor
you're-
there, boats in. It's dragging their,
Saturday or Sunday, and you'll realize how much it's needed.
kind of beautified as well.
We're building new bathrooms and,
Out at the lake, it should be a
Okay.
good experience.
Thank you.
thank you.
Couple of punch items. Thank you, Bert, for
That a lot for us.
Yeah, a large structure and two small structures was going to be about 120. I did get a quote. I do actually have a quote in front of me from what they call it. It's kind of the soft surface and not using mulch. It would have been $350, I believe. Let you know how much playground equipment costs.
Well, and things past their prime, my grandpa paid for those, he put those in, and I loved it. Poured up there at the park, it moved that area forward, going past that, I don't mean when we're having this stuff. I hear a lot of times out here putting it out there for you to see it and everything, but the truth of the matter is that hide nothing, and I get that insinuation a lot, and this Facebook to your face. If you come up to me and ask me, hey, look, I saw this, there's no foundation. It's kind of like what I was talking about. I didn't mean to put you on, and you don't have a hard time finding it up there at the, I do want to recognize when stuff like that gets done. And
Ma'am, anyone, Curtis, I agree with you. Times I feel like we've had votes where we voted 5-0. You can ask Ms. Walker, she knows my wife, but it gets tiresome that we get paid such a huge, that insinuate people are breaking the law. I came in here one night and talked about how back when I was in school, we're gonna sell this like men. You'd say, okay, you go to the ballpark. Take your basketball because you could be waiting for a while. Also take your boxing gloves because you could be in a fight. That's how we used to do things. I'm not saying that was the best way to do things. I'm just saying this social media and what our society has turned into over this, and the fact that we have people that want to spin facts to support their argument. I try not to make arguments that I don't have the facts to support or the data to support. I try not to make decisions without having that data. That's the way I was raised. I had United States history in school. I had world history, economics, civics in high school. They don't even teach that now. our project for the Boy Scouts and stuff, had an election here 2 years ago, wagon, to me, top troller in the state of Tennessee, we have to turn in documents that today, everybody up here, Mr. Shipley, if you do your homework, you understand, good, bad, otherwise, there are personal guarantees while they sit on this board. Do it, because no, do they have a minimum, constantly calling them, I call Ned all the time, I call Steve all the time, Bert all the time, wearing them out. Love this town enough to come up here and put themselves up here in front of this podium, because we all got wore out about it. We're more interested in, if we couldn't preserve the structure, I think there's a little concerning that we had that big of amount of lunches to give out the very first week. Yeah, you can donate to the program and donate to the library.
This is doing that, it's current. I saw one day, this is doing that, it's current. I saw one day, I get tired of hearing, I love to, I get tired of hearing, I love to call me fields. Well, we're making sure all this, but when we do that, then if we don't do something, they get all this, but when we do that, then if we don't do something, they get on around, make them happy on one thing, they condemn us on something, happy on one thing, they condemn us on something else. So, we've got, I've seen this place come a long ways. And I've seen this place come a long ways. And the library, they do so much. But the other thing, they do so much. But the other thing, make sure y'all come up for the 4th of July. Make sure y'all come up for the 4th of July, because it seems to Dunlap and everywhere, because it seems to Dunlap and everywhere else.